aka Annalum, and welcome to my studio. Today I am doing a 2 by 3 foot pour, which is pretty small for me. This particular pour is being donated to a fundraiser for the Kidney Foundation of Canada. So their logo colors are a couple of different colors of blue, so I'm going to be doing a blue and silver pour for them today. This is on a heavy-duty gallery wrapped canvas. It's a level 3 professional. I got this one at Michael's on sale for 55% off. Okay, we're going to do a white background, and I think I'll start out in real time and see how it goes. I know a lot of people like to hear how I make decisions, but I generally like to fast forward my videos just so that they're not more than 10 minutes. But we'll see how this goes. So here we go with the background color white. And as those who have been watching me for a while know, this is a lubrication layer to let the colors move on the canvas. I'm going to take my handy dandy spreader, and the objective is just to make sure that all of the canvas on the top is covered with a little bit of paint. So what I'm going to do is I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, I have 11 colors of blue. I'm going to make some puddles. So I'll fast forward through the puddles because I'm just randomly going to be picking some colors, and then I'll come back to real time when we start doing the movement. So that first layer was literally just randomly putting dots of blue. Now we're going to go back and put a little bit more thought into it. And my plan is take the color. There's none of this one here, so I'm going to put that there. There's none of it in here. I'm going to put a little bit there. Maybe a few more dots out here. So kind of just put it where it doesn't exist, just a little bit. And I really like to do a dark and a light just so that you can see the contrast when the layers of circles start to build up. So this is Phthalo, so we'll put that with some of the lighter blues. Here, and I've always said that the colors just kind of talk to me. It's just like, oh, I need some there, and then I just go, okay, and I put it there. So this is the light blue violet, so I'm going to put that with some of the dark colors. A bit in here. That's not really dark, but I like it there. There's some dark. Dark, just in here, just little squirts. Feel it needs that around the edge. Don't know why. Alright, next we have some turquoise, and I've noticed that this one was mixed a little bit thin, so it's actually reacting differently with the white down here. I know you can't really see it, but this tells me that when I mixed this Amsterdam, I mixed it 50-50, and it did not have, it doesn't have the same viscosity. So I'm going to get a different look here when I start to do the movement. This is going to mix with the white instead of push it a bit more. Not that that's bad. It's not bad. It's not what I normally like, but it'll give me some kind of a different look. And then I know next time with this particular Amsterdam color, I probably need less than 50% water. A little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. Fluorescent blue, I want to put it with some of the dark. Some over here, a little bit here, a little bit here. Turquoise green. I don't know if you can see that right there, but that's really reacting with the white. So that's gonna do something. I don't know what yet. A little bit there. And just a little squeezy poo around the outside. Alright, another turquoise. This is a darker turquoise. And this one, this is a Wallack's, so this is a private company in Ottawa, and I didn't put enough water in this one. I mixed this one 50-50, and I think I'm going to have to start mixing this one 60-40. It's a little bit thicker than my other paints. I can tell just by the way it flows out. So again, sometimes you have to just adjust your recipe. And sometimes it's the color. Like usually my Wallack's I mix 50-50, but this color, for whatever reason, they recently changed the color because this used to be the old color. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a significant difference. So when they changed the recipe, they might have changed the consistency of the paint. So I just have to kind of work with that. So the next time I mix a batch of this, I have to mix it with a little bit more water. And then we have light blue permanent. I definitely need more light blue in this. I want a lot more light blue in this. I want some around the edge too. I want some here, here, here. So this particular piece is going to be displayed at a local store until the end of March, and they're doing a fundraiser auction, and I said they could keep the piece and the proceeds, and that would be my contribution. And finally, Cobalt. A little bit in there. Squeeze there, a little bit there. I feel I need some there. Oh, definitely need some here. And there. Maybe a little bit there. Oh, we need some dark there. And there. Silver. This is a really liquidy silver paint that I made up, and I just drip it on so it makes little spots. I also have Liquitex basic silver that I've mixed 50-50, and I can get lines with that one, but for this I wanted. And then I have a little bit left over blue pearl. So this has a little bit of iridescence in it. I'm going to use up the rest of it on this particular painting. Save a little bit for the end. And the old Wallack's turquoise, it also was very liquidy when I first mixed it up last year. So we're going to just use up, there we go, the last of the original Wallack's turquoise, which was one of my favorite colors, and I was so excited when I ordered some more and then realized they were different colors. Okay, let's do the first tilt. Let's do the first throw. That's what I call it. I call it throwing the paint. Lots of good movement. I don't want it to drip off right away. I want to get as much of the canvas covered as possible before I start dripping it over the sides. And when you put a lot of paint on the canvas, you get a lot of really good movement. So we're going to do that, and then tilt it this way, and see if we can get it to go all the way to the end. Oh yeah, look at that. That is awesome. I really like the way that one looks. Oh, let's get down over that corner. Okay, oh, and we need some down at this corner. You can hear the paint dripping off the edge, but that's fine because then it puts the pattern over the edge, which I love. So there is our first throw, and I really like it because I used a lot of paint. I was able to get a lot of movement. I don't know how well you can see, but you can see the colors that had more water in them mixed with the white more. Pretty cool. Okay, so now we're going to go back and make sure that we have coverage over the edges. Corner didn't get any paint, so I'm just kind of loading it up here so that when I do my next throw, so yeah, when I do the next throw, that will get covered. Alright, I'm just checking the edges. I know you can't see me, I'm off camera, kind of walking around, checking out the edges. Oh, there I am. You can't see this. Maybe I should try to show you this. We're all going to get seasick here for a minute. There we go. Okay. Let's see if you can see this. See how there's no, right there. There's no paint here. So what I do is I go around with a paint squeeze and I try to pull down the paint. Let me see if I can show you a better place. Like right here. Ooh, this might not have been my best idea. I apologize. Alright. So what I do is I come in and I just kind of squeeze and it pulls down the paint from above. Oh, you can't see that. Okay, I'm sorry, this was not my best idea. Because there's actually a technique to this. And of course, my hand isn't very steady. So what I do is I squeeze and encourage, I'm not trying to fill in the hole with that color. What I'm trying to do is get the paint to pull the paint off the top. Yeah, that's awful. Okay, we won't be doing that again. I apologize. I'll have to do... There we go. I'll have to do a video specifically about that, but basically what I'm trying to do is there's a hole and I take this paint and I kind of squeeze a bunch up and it grabs the paint and pulls the design down. That's pretty much what I'm trying to do. I demonstrated that very poorly here. Oh my. Okay. So I'm going to zoom out a bit. Oops. So that maybe you can see, you won't be able to see what I'm doing, but you'll be able to see me kind of go around and do it. I hope. So I just go around. Can you see that? Not really, eh? Alright, so I definitely need another video on how I pull the paint down. And I'm going to say that this particular painting is like 95% done. There we go. Almost all of the edges are covered. So then what I need to do is decide if I want any more elements on the top. But before I do that, I'm going to take the bubbles out with a heat gun. So basically what that does is it pops the bubbles on the surface so that when it dries I get a nice smooth surface. It also allows, when there's a thinner paint on top of a thick paint, the thinner paint will pop and you'll be able to see the thicker paint underneath. And it's pretty cool. I want a little bit more silver. Just gonna drip a little bit more silver. I also want a little bit more of this pearl blue because we're gonna do another throw. Like that. And I feel, well, let's just move that around. No, I need some more paint. I do. I need some more paint. So I'm going to make some lines. Just random lines across. I usually do them in 3s or 5s. In the art world, 3s and 5s are more aesthetically pleasing than even numbers. I don't know why. I know there's a science behind it. There we go. One of the darker blues. This here is so cool. This kind of looks like a galaxy here. Neat. Very, very neat. I'm just going to do kind of one random line there. And this thicker paint is going to be interesting because it's going to sit up a little bit right on top of everything. Now when it dries it will flatten out, but right now it's going to sit up. Okay, I really like that. Now I don't want to shake this too violently. I just want to get the blue and the silver kind of scattered a bit and just even out the paint. So we're just going to do a bit of a shake instead of a pour or a throw. Just kind of just get it to move a little bit. And then take a look again and see. So I like everything except this. I don't like this. It's too stretched out for my liking. So what I'm going to do is pick this up and very gently tilt it back the other way a bit and see if I can, it's one tight canvas, see if I can just coax it into decompressing a little bit, and it did. So basically what I did is I squished the paint lines back that way, and now it has a nicer look and feel. but now I have it over here. So I'm not happy with that. So how am I going to fix that? Sorry, this video is turning into being longer than I expected it to be. I'm going to tilt this ever so slightly. Just a bit. Just a little tiny bit. Just see if I can get it to move a bit. Without anything else moving too much. Oh, okay. Oh. Now the other one's going back. Sometimes you just have to play with it till you find a equilibrium. Where I can be happy with both sides. Okay, that one's not pulled anymore, and this one is pulled more like a wave. So I'm very, very, very happy with this.